I've been doing a lot of reflection lately in my life. I used to be a waiter and I worked at Chili's, and I would go to work usually about 4 or 5 shifts out of the week, and I'd just get beaten down by people and not making the money worth the energy that I was putting in. I would go home and I would get high and I would binge watch Netflix TV shows. And as I laid in bed at night going to sleep, I'd swipe through Tinder profiles, hoping that somebody would love me. Now, the whole time doing that, I had a vision that I had a power inside of me that I could share with other people, that I could add value to people's lives. I had a vision that I could travel the countries. I had a vision that I could inspire people. I had a vision that I had so much more to give, but I didn't trust and I didn't believe that it was actually possible. I felt stuck. And now I'm here. I'm in a treehouse bungalow right now. I'll show you. In Costa Rica. I have a successful YouTube channel. I'm financially abundant. So I have all these things now. And it's obvious to me that all these things that I have right now, I could have had so many years ago. Like, why the frick did I wait so long? And that's the winning question right there. Why did I wait so long to do what I easily could have done back then? It's because I didn't have faith. I didn't believe that I actually could switch everything in my life and have it be that successful that quickly. I didn't actually trust. I didn't have the faith. If I had the faith, I would have taken the leap a lot sooner. And so in this video, what I want you to do is get serious with me. Grab a journal, a notepad, grab a pen, because we're going to get really personal and we're going to get deep, because I want to bring up a lot of things and do some work with you in this video so that you can prove to yourself that you have always been supported in everything that you do, because that will help you to have the faith to take the leap today to get the life that you deserve for yourself, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be the same life that I've manifested for myself here. It's whatever you know in your heart you deserve. You deserve it. So in this video, I want to help you create that faith for yourself, because that's the only thing that I was missing to get all of this, was just the trust to take the first step. So in this video, by the end of it, you are going to take the first step. You are going to take the first step by the end of the video, and you know it. So let's get into it. Welcome back to another Vibes and Frequencies video. My name is Nathan, and I make videos to help people to be the most powerful expression of themselves, because you deserve that for yourself, right? Now, in this video, like I said, I'm going to help you to create that faith for yourself and that trust, because when we want something in life, we're never going to get it if we don't actually take the step to reach out and grab it. So I'm going to help you to build the faith in yourself in this video, to reach out and make that first step. That's what this video is all about. Now, when we talk about law of attraction, manifestation, and abundance, I'm going to go ahead and just assume that you have a basic fundamental understanding of how manifestation works. If you don't, that's totally okay. This video will still be helpful for you, but I recommend that at the end of the video, you check below at the bottom of my description, and I'll link you to some of the videos that I've made in the past about how the law of attraction works, about how you can manifest, and the best way you can look at abundance. But for what we're going to do right now, I want to make sure that you do have something to write on, because this is the first step for us, is committing and making the statement that we are going to make this change today. So physically express it with me. This is going to be really powerful for us. So I'm going to be doing this with you. So what I want you to do, I'm trying to get this. There we go. What I want you to do is write on the top of the paper, what is it that you want, right? What is it that you want for yourself? And you can interpret this however you want, okay? I'm going to go ahead and write mine. Okay, so what I wrote for mine, I'm just going to be totally transparent and honest with you guys, and we're gonna connect with each other here, because that's valuable. What I've written on mine, number one thing that I want for myself is I want to inspire people to give to each other. That's what I want more than anything, is the ability to give people inspiration to go out and give to each other. So whatever it is that you wrote, It's okay if it's not in alignment with what I wrote. You could literally write that you want a beach house. No judgment here, okay? We all want different things, and there is nothing wrong with that. So now what I want you to do on your paper here is circle super excitingly what that is, okay? Emphasize this. This is pumped, right? Draw all these lines. Get it exciting. Mine's the sunshine popping out. So we know what we want. Now, what I want you to realize is that this is something that you could have right now and that you could be, no matter what it is that you've written. Okay, this is applicable for everything. You could be that. You can right now. So I want you to ask yourself, what did you feel inside when I told you that? When I told you that this is something that you could be today, what did you feel? You may have felt that that's not true. What happens to a lot of us is we start thinking of all these different excuses and reasons why we can't be this, right? No, because I don't have enough money right now, you know? No, because, like, people depend on me in this situation. No, because, you know, my YouTube channel isn't big enough yet, right? We just come up with all these excuses. It's those excuses that we are dissolving in this video, because those excuses are not actually true unless you believe that they are. So in order to help ourselves believe in ourselves and realize that these excuses are not actually truths, these excuses aren't real fundamental processes in reality that are actually going to influence us, they're hallucination. They're hallucination. And we're hallucinating this because of a lot of subconscious programming that tells us that we can't actually do and be who we want to be. So now that you've got written what it is that you want, and we're thinking about all the excuses, I want you to write down the top 3 reasons why you think that this isn't actually something that you can do today. Go ahead and write that down. Feel free to pause the video. I'm going to write mine. So this is what your paper should look like. And what we're going to go ahead and do now with the 3 things that we wrote about why we don't believe that we could get this, we're going to put it aside for now and just forget about it, okay? We're going to move on to the next step. Don't worry, we're going to come back to this and it's all going to tie together at the end. The next thing that I want you to do is to imagine in yourself and write down what is a time in your life where you wanted something so badly and you got it, okay? We can all relate to this. We have all had at least one time in our life where we wanted something and we got it. If you are not thinking very big, it's okay. You could think small. You could think about how one morning you woke up and you wanted pancakes for breakfast. You asked your mom, you got pancakes for breakfast. It could be that simple. But I challenge you to pick something that is really inspiring to you, that you always remember as being a success story for yourself. I did this. I accomplished this. That was me. I got it, right? And I want you to make a note of what that is. And then, underneath that, I want you to make a note about a time in your life where you went for something and you truly believed that you were going to get it and you were going to be successful and you failed and didn't get it. I want you to make a note of that experience. In particular, if you can think deeply on this and choose something that has hurt you emotionally that you'll always remember and has made you feel like you can't trust life, I want you to specifically pick something of that nature, okay? Go ahead, pause the video, take as long as you need. You could keep this in your head if you want, but I hope that you're working along with me here. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to think and write mine out, and then we're going to move, and I'm going to explain to you what all this has to do with. I want to explain to you why we've done this. And I'm going to do this by sharing and getting personal with you. So my biggest failure that has been a wound to me is that I wanted more than anything in life ever to marry who was my girlfriend at the time, now my ex-girlfriend. We dated for 5 years and she was my everything. It's what I wanted more than anything, and I truly believed that we were going to be together forever. More than anything, like I trusted her and that we were always going to be together. Now, what ended up happening is she cheated on me and broke up with me. Now, I'm not sharing this with you to get an emotional response from you. I'm sharing this with you because what I want us to do is take a look at these experiences that we've had. And I want us to not look at them emotionally. Because it's these experiences that we've had, that we wrote down, that are our biggest wound of success, that trigger our emotions. And our emotions here, in this case, are attached to our ego. Our ego wants us to always stay safe. Our ego doesn't want us to be hurt. It's a defense mechanism. Ego wants us to survive. And I gotta tell you, when this happened to me all those years ago, it was the worst I've ever felt. So it makes sense that we want to protect ourselves and that we start believing that we can't trust life, right? Now, when we detach together from this experience of whatever it is that you've written, and we stop thinking about it emotionally, let's look at it intellectually. Because what I believed emotionally from this experience is that I can't trust life, I can't trust myself, and that I will always be let down. That's what I picked up on from that. And so that's the person I believed I was. Somebody who would be let down by others, and somebody who does not have success in what they want. Before all of this went down with my ex-girlfriend, I started thinking that she doesn't like me anymore. I started believing that she doesn't like me anymore. I had a shift in my mindset, and I started to believe that she didn't like me anymore. Not for any particular reason, I just all of a sudden woke up one day with this idea. And so I started being a person that when we talked was needy. I started being a person that when she didn't text all the time was scared that she was with somebody. I started being somebody that was asking her who she was with. And in reflection, she began being somebody that was with somebody else and not connecting to me anymore. So what I'm trying to express here is that we are always 100% supported, and that we don't need to allow these experiences that we've had to take our faith and trust in ourselves and reality away from us. Because I guarantee you that no matter what it is that you wrote, you created that experience for yourself. And I'm sorry, I know that that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, but I'm only saying it to you because I really want to help you. And if I really wanted to help myself and go back in time, I would tell myself as this was all going down, Nathan, you are the one that's doing this. It is not her fault. No one is wronging you. I created that situation for myself unconsciously. So that's the magic word right there. You and I are going to switch unconsciously to consciously. And we're going to do this now by looking at our biggest success story. So let's do it. When we look at our experience of the biggest success that we've had, mine that I wrote is that I said that I was going to record an album. When I was 17, I said, I'm going to record an album and I'm going to be a musician. Okay? And guess what? I made an album. Guess what? I made 3 albums. We all have an experience like this in our life that we feel proud of ourselves. And I want you to take this experience that you feel proud of and reflect on it similarly in a state of detachment. Step away from the emotion of being proud and confident about it, just like we did when we stepped away from the emotion of feeling hurt and untrusting. We're just going to look at it intellectually. When I manifested this experience for myself with creating these albums, it happened for one very simple reason. It was the only thing I was focused on. It was the only thing I was thinking about. I didn't allow any distractions to come in and faze me. I was giving it my all. When I woke up in the morning, I was instantly outside writing music. That's all I did. I would write music all day. I would practice guitar all day. When I look at that from a state of detachment from the emotion, this is really important. I want you to be doing this with yours as well. Realize that the reason that you succeeded in that is because you knew you were going to get it. You had full trust and all your focus was on it. All of your attention was harnessed in on this one thing. There were no distractions. When we relate this to the experience that we had, like I explained with my ex-girlfriend, realize that those were all distractions. If I had been focused and given my full attention the entire time to the fact that we were going to be together forever and that we were faithful together and that it was all love, that would have been the experience. It was because I allowed in distractions. A distraction of, is she cheating on me? A distraction of, is this going to last forever? Right? So the successes that we have are because we're giving it our all. And the failures that we have are because we allow other things in that we give our attention to. The reason I'm bringing this up is because it's proof that we are 100% supported all of the time. You can have faith right now to reach for this thing at the top of your list. Whatever it is, realize that you can have it, and you will, as long as you don't give your attention to the distractions. What are the distractions? The distractions are the 3 things that we wrote that are the top 3 things that pop into our head of why we believe we can't do it. So here's the real question. Are you going to give your attention to the reasons you think that it won't work out? Or are you going to give all of your attention to what you want and what you know to be true in your heart? Let's take this a step further. I'm going to choose not to allow these things to be my truth, because they could be if I want them to with my attention. That's how powerful we are. We can really make any of it real for ourselves, right? We are unlimited in this ability. So I want to go ahead and share with you here what I wrote, because I want to take this a little bit further. But again, make sure that you're paying attention to your own and not focusing too much on mine, right? So I want to inspire people to give to each other. And the top 3 things that pop up in my head of things that hold me back, it's like the little voice saying, no, you can't do it, Nathan, you suck. This is what that little voice says to me. I'm only 23 years old and no one will listen to a kid. My YouTube channel is too small. I will get tired and burn out from giving too much. So those are the top 3 things that the little voice in my head tells me that I can't actually be this thing that I feel in my heart, this power inside of me, right? So when we give awareness to these things, because it's not about ignoring them and pretending they're not there. Because what happens in that case, excuse my hair, what happens in that case is they become our subconscious drivers. We can't just ignore things and pretend like they don't exist. It doesn't work. That's not how reality and the code of it all works together, right? We want to give these things awareness, not attention, awareness. It's different. So we want to give awareness to these things that we believe will hold us back. And we can acknowledge that these could be true for us, like I said, but only if we give them our attention. Now, there's an interesting thing, and it's called alchemy. Alchemy is the ability, simply explained, to change one thing into another, right? So you can use energetic alchemy here. You can use the things that you might believe will hold you back as actual fuel to propel you forwards. Let me give you an example. I'm only 23 and no one will listen to a kid. I can use alchemy to change that and to see it differently. I am the one who holds the power of perspective in my life. No one else, me. So here's how I could change that. It's the fact that I'm 23 years old that might be that much more inspirational to people. If they see that there's a young person that's doing it, why couldn't it be them, right? They could do it too. So I can use it as a power. My youth is not something that will hold me back. It's something that will make it that much more inspirational and that much more of proof, right? So we can do this with literally everything that we can come up with that can hold us back. We can literally change it into power and fuel. So I challenge you to do this. I challenge you to take those 3 things and again, detach from the emotion and see it from an intellectual standpoint and change it, because that's who you really are. You are the director. You are the creator. We aren't actually always somebody who's just reacting and responding. We are the director, and we can be, and we are right now together, you and I, we are directing our lives. So we are empowered and we are power. But sometimes those distractions can creep in and they can just kind of get to us and they can bring us down. They can bring our energy level down. And sometimes all we need is a reminder and some inspiration. So what you should do is you should sign up for my email list in the description below, because every single Monday I'm going to be sending out inspiration, motivation, actual skills, and things that you can practice weekly to help you on this journey to become your most powerful expression. I promise I'm not going to sell your email. I'm not going to try and promote anything to you in the emails. This is really something that I'm trying to do for you to add some inspiration and motivation to your life. So if that's something that you think will help you to get that every week, definitely sign up below. Now, all that being said, this next upcoming Sunday is a video I am very excited about. So if you are truly committed to being the most powerful expression of yourself, make sure to click that bell notification so you don't miss it, because you deserve to change your life today. Not tomorrow, today. And before you know it, Sunday will be today. Oh yeah, that's kind of how time works, huh, Nathan? Yeah, you nailed it, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. We got this. We're a team. I'm here for you. If you need help with any of these concepts, reach out to me in the comments below. We can connect in private if you ever would prefer that, but let's do this together, you know? We got this. We got this. I support you. Let's do it. I'll see you soon. Have a good one.